Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Magic Mirror. Today or tonight, I'm here to give you a message for the full moon lunar eclipse in Aquarius, sidereal astrology if you want to follow me. But even if you don't care about sidereal astrology, you don't want to learn about it, just look at it as a general full moon eclipse message and listen to see what applies to you and what doesn't. You can check my blog posts. I have them on multiple platforms, but I also have them on my post tab here on YouTube. My most recent one says the show must go on. There is a little write-up about this full moon lunar eclipse in Aquarius. Guys, we've had this happen, this same eclipse happen at least 2 times. I'm pretty sure it happened 3, and it might have even happened 4 times. When things repeat in astrology, which they often do, I feel like it is the universe really trying to get us to see something, really calling our attention to something that maybe we really need to let go of. We really need to release. We really need to cleanse out of our system. And something that came through as I was pondering this event was there may be something in your life that you need to stop performing so much of. And sometimes, guys, we don't even know we're performing. We don't even know we're forcing ourselves to just keep doing the same old thing. We don't know we're pretending. We don't know we're being inauthentic. And I want to just take some of the heat off of that word authentic, because a lot of times we get into these deep discussions and we bring up the word authenticity and we talk about not being honest, we talk about being fake. But I just want to let you know that sometimes you genuinely don't know you're being inauthentic. You genuinely don't know that something you keep performing has expired. And here's the thing about performances. We do a lot of performances. Even me sitting on YouTube doing this reading is a type of performance, right? However, I think what is really being called of many of us at this moment is to not completely do away with performances or roles that we may wear in certain spaces, relationships, or even roles that we've created. I don't think that's what Spirit is trying to get us to do. However, there are some things that some of us pressure ourselves to do and be that's like it's not necessary at this time. Like, it's no longer necessary for you to show up the same way that you may have been showing up for years. It's time, like, you're gonna have to clear your vision. That's what I'm really hearing. You're gonna have to clear your vision to evolve. Okay? This full moon lunar eclipse in Aquarius it may not be an actual manifestation, but it may be. Okay? Because Spirit has also talked to me about surprises and blessings. But it may just be a vision that's given to you. And this vision may be showing you, again, ways you need to pivot. It may be showing you your next level. It may be showing you your evolution or how you're going to evolve into the future. There's something that maybe needs to be put down. There's a little more honesty, a little more authenticity that's needed as we move into this final season of 2026, which is the fall/winter. I don't want to get too heavy into channel messages because I really more so want to spend time dedicated to the cards that I'm going to pull. And what I want to focus on in this divination is Spirit has told me a lot of people are manifesting things right now. A lot of people are having really big changes happen to them. And, some people may have gotten married this year. Some people may have gotten divorced this year. Some people may have moved internationally. Some people may have moved across the country. Or you could just be like me and you didn't change everything in your life, but you just changed your living situation, you know? But there's some area of your life that is going through a major revamp from the ground up. I mean, total reconstruction, okay? And whether you are accepting this, whether you are excited about these changes, or maybe you're fighting them, what you need to know is that it's temporary. There's a bigger, even bigger blessing than whatever's happening in your life right now that's going to reveal itself. And I feel like it's going to reveal itself in a short time. Like, this is not something that you're going to have to wait much longer for, but it's like it's another big blessing that's going to come through for you that spirit wants you to prepare for. Okay? And I've kind of been talking about this. I think I hinted at this in my video called how to wait on blessings. If you've been keeping up with me throughout 2026, you know that my content kind of took a turn because I reconnected with my ancestors after not really doing my spiritual work the way I would normally do it. And when I reconnected with them, I really got a lot of downloads that helped me get to where I am now and shift my life, but also shift my perspective. So I just want to open up and let spirit really show us in the medium of these cards why the show must go on. Okay? Just because whatever's going on in your life right now, negative, because a lot of stuff that's happening right now for the collective, even if it seems negative, if you go beyond the emotions, the grief, the dragging of the feet that you may be doing in your journey, there's a really huge blessing, an amazing positive opportunity on the other side of whatever little aggravation that you are perceiving to be the wrong move. Let's get started with the reading. First, I'm going to go in with this crown chakra sound bowl. I was using it the other day and I was reminded very quickly how powerful not just sound bowls are, but how powerful this crown chakra sound bowl is. It literally can clear your headspace, clear your thoughts, clear delusions and distractions, hindering you or keeping you caught up in cycles. So, you can get you a little crown chakra sound bowl if you already have one. You might want to put it to use for this final full moon eclipse. Let's get started. I'm really excited for this message because it's going to be super positive. It's going to be very beautiful because we're channeling with the ancestors. I think that's who really, really wants to come through in this channel that I'm opening up. We're channeling with the ancestors. These are ancestors who have foresight of your future. These are ancestors who have foresight of your destiny. So I'm really getting more of like the elevated ancestors. These are not, the people who was back and forth in and out the liquor store, in and out the casinos, spending up all their money gambling and drinking. These are not those ancestors. And there's nothing wrong with those ancestors because sometimes they have a lot of wisdom, and they also are protective ancestors as well. But elevated ancestors are coming through, and the first message without cards that they want me to tell you, and the only message without cards, because we're going to do the rest with the cards. Praise God, because I can't even get to them because I just keep thinking of stuff to say. But anyway, that's a gift of this in this channel message itself. First message that elevated ancestors want to deliver to you. They want to tell you Merry Christmas. And y'all see I got the Christmas colors on. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Ancestors, elevated ancestors want to tell you Merry Christmas. Remember, I said a lot of people are making life changes in the collective right now. A lot of people are shifting in the collective right now, for the best. Even if it doesn't feel good, it's for the best. Okay. So with that being said, sometimes we get, and I hope I'm not repeating myself, but sometimes we get caught up in the moment. And even if we do get to something that's really, really good for us, we can still get like overly caught up in it, and we feel like, oh, this is the pinnacle of what God's going to do for me. This is the pinnacle of what my ancestors are going to help me manifest. And the truth is, no, there's more. So this really is a message to inspire you to not be closed-minded, to be humble. Even if you manifest something super, super great for yourself, whatever you have stepped into as we approach this fall season, please don't let it go to your head. That's what Spirit is telling me. Don't let it go to your head because there's more. Be humble, even be quiet. Quiet on the creek. Yeah, you might want to be quiet on the creek, even if you've manifested something really good. It's okay to celebrate yourself. That's not what Spirit is saying. Celebrate your new beginning. Celebrate your fresh start. Celebrate, but it's like this, whatever this blessing is that Spirit has been talking to me about for a couple months now. It's bigger than whatever's going on in your life right now. You may know what this is for you, but you would have to go to your elevated ancestors to see. Make sure you're doing your altar work. Make sure you're tapping in with your elevated ancestors, because if you want to know more about this download, if you want to say, hey, I heard this message and this lady, she said, this is a collective message, and it came to me on my feed. God, can you please just send me some more information? Ancestors, elevated ancestors, can you send me some more information about this big blessing that you guys want me to know about in advance, so that I can get prepared for it. I can get ready the most I can, because you'll never be 100% ready for anything, right? But we can position ourselves, we can prepare, and we can be open-minded. Okay, and that's definitely what this eclipse energy wants us to do. I'm gonna see what just naturally pops out from here. So I got 2 cards. I'm going to go ahead and give an additional message, because I was just fumbling through these cards and the Joker popped out. It was a black Joker. The black Joker popped out. So I'm trying to find it, because he hiding now. He popped out and popped right back in. It's crazy because I really can't find the Joker. So really, these cards are a manifestation of a lot of the messages that I've already given. Which, you know, if you've been watching me for a while, do readings, that's pretty much what always happens. Um, but you know, we're still gonna go through them, and I gotta watch my time because I don't want this to be too long. But let's go ahead and get into some cartomancy. And I really should have went in with another deck because I did cartomancy for the other eclipse. So we'll go into some other cards as well. What I really feel like the foundational energy of this eclipse is the Black Joker. It represents surprises. It also represents humility. It represents kind of being taken from here to here. Which can, you know, it could be a bad thing, but the Joker, Black Joker specifically, represents a lesson. It also represents karma. This final eclipse, it carries a lot of karmic energy. So because it's a full moon, it can be clearing karmic debt. It can also be delivering karmic debt. Okay, so that's a theme to watch out for. But the question that we're answering, as well as not just getting information on the eclipse that's happening, but this eclipse is supposed to give you a glimpse into the future. Okay, that's what Aquarius does. Aquarius is the one who carries the vision. Okay, they're the water bearer, not because they're a water sign, not because they're on the cusp, because they carry information that's very important, that is telling of events to come. So anyway, the Joker is the foundational energy of why the show must go on, because you can't continue to move towards your destiny if your ego is in the way. You always want to have an ounce of humility in your journey, because you just don't know what God is going to do, how God is going to bless you even more, even more. So for anyone who feels that they've made it because of whatever they've manifested thus far in their journey, this is the time to really like get deep in your spiritual bag and ask God to show you the plan, the destiny, the open road, because these are all areas where you will have to be open-minded and you will have to be humble, because there's more to learn, there's more to experience, there's more growth that needs to happen. And even though, yes, all of those things can amount to more work, there's also more blessings attached to that, okay? But the biggest message is just being humble, receptive, not letting your ego get in the way. And that might be hard for some of us. And that's why this eclipse is going to show you why you need to pipe down a little bit. The next cards that we have came out in this order. These are the other three cards that popped out. Okay, so we have the Four of Spades, we have the Three of Diamonds, and we have the Eight of Wands, or clubs, however you want to say it. Okay, so this right here says, honestly, this is an interesting message. Right now, I'm interpreting it as mystery. Remember, I'm channeling elevated ancestors. Okay, they're not gonna tell you, or they're not gonna tell me everything you need to hear. And I ain't gonna make it up either. But you need to know, just like I said a few minutes ago, there's things that I can't talk about my destiny, my journey, my path. I can't discuss that publicly. They won't tell me everything. And you have to go to your elevated ancestors to really get the real tea on your journey and your destiny and your blessings, that also means that you will have to embody a new level of protection. Okay? You're gonna have to be quiet. You're going to have to be comfortable with not being seen. You're gonna have to be comfortable with not being heard all the time, because there are some eyes and some ears that do not need to be able to perceive what's on the way to you. Okay? Something about this blessing is a mystery, and there involves a level of protection that needs to be done on your end so that it can really, really fully come into being. All right? So the show must go on, but the way the show is going to go on is going to require you to change how you talk, who you share information with, how you share information. Okay, the show is going to go on, but just be aware this blessing that's on the way is going to require you to close your mouth. It's going to require you to protect your vision, protect your headspace, change your communication style. Yeah, let's move on to the next card. Okay, 3 of Diamonds. I'm gonna keep it simple. 3 of Diamonds is talking about new money, new opportunities. It's talking about financial growth, maybe career opportunities. All right, so there is going to be some expansion in your finances, in your career, and your network, because of this blessing that's manifesting in your future. Okay, so lastly, we have the 8 of Clubs. 8 of Clubs is talking about things kind of escalating quickly, things blowing up. And this could be in a bad way, but remember, we're talking about the positive right now. So this is really talking about this blessing is going to come through, and it may come quick, unexpected, but it's just going to change your life really, really fast, if that makes sense. Tea on the blessings. Tea on the blessings. We got some interesting messages. So the show must go on so far. The show must go on because there's more. There's more. There's more. Just because the show is going on doesn't mean that it doesn't require some changes in you. So we've been talking about books, right? And so in this new book, in this new story, in this new movie that you're gonna be in, it's going to require some character development. All right, that's what we're gonna call it. It's like you ever watched a show where it was like a new season or something, and the core of the character still stayed the same, but it was like they changed how they operate. Like they still had their personality, but they didn't even handle situations the same way. I don't know. I feel like that happened a lot in Game of Thrones. If y'all watch Game of Thrones, like for some reason I'm thinking of like characters like Arya Stark. Like Arya was like a kind of always was a tomboyish girl, but then she became a little warrior and she fought to the end. She became like a little badass. But it was like a character development, you know? So that's what it's giving. It's like the show must go on because there's more, but you gonna have to change. When this blessing is delivered, that change that you're gonna have to develop is also going to open doors for you as well. Doors opening, more expansion on the way, more blessings on the way, but humility, less ego, less pride. All right, Healing Spirits Oracle. Let's see. I'm just gonna flip it over. To overcome, you first have to climb. But it came up in reverse. Y'all know we got this card before in a previous reading. I forget which one, but I know it was earlier in 2026. To overcome, you first have to climb. And that last reading, I said this card means you've already done the work, basically. There's nothing to overcome. So the show must go on, because really, whatever you've manifested right now in your journey, this is something that is long overdue. And it's kind of like your elevated ancestors are kind of like, yeah, we was waiting on you to do this, but we already working on something way bigger than this. We're happy that you got to where you are now, but we're already working on something else. We were just waiting for you to manifest wherever you are now, but we've already moved past that manifestation. And I feel like that's kind of like crazy to hear, because it's like, well, damn, like I just got here. You know, it's kind of like that type of energy. But it's also like you've already did the work to get where you are. And so I feel like that's something we should be excited about, like knowing that God is already preparing our next level. We don't have to overcomplicate where we are now. We can just really enjoy the present moment. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what it's giving. Enjoy the present moment. Don't feel like you have to overcomplicate or do so much work to maintain where you are. You made it where you are for a reason, but just know we're already working on something bigger. Elevated ancestors say bottom of the deck. So let's go ahead and do the bottom of the deck energy. Bottom of the deck energy, another reverse card, says natural healing power. I'm going to show it to y'all upright. Natural healing power. Natural healing power came up in reverse though. So what I'm getting, and I feel like I got this in reverse before. What Spirit just said is this blessing that's going to happen is going to allow you to heal somebody. It's not just a blessing for you. It's a blessing for more than one person. The healing is not about you. The healing experience, the blessing that you get is going to heal somebody else. So this is another reason why the show must go on. You can't get caught up in where you are. You can't get distracted either. You really have a greater purpose to serve. You really are supposed to help somebody in a monumental way, or a group of people. And this blessing is like that perfect opportunity. But it's not just about you. And so that's why we have to be very humble in our journey. We have to be very to have a level of decentering ourselves and not being too selfish, because a lot of times when we're blessed, especially monumentally blessed, super blessed, is because more than one person has come together to create a new reality, a better world, right? That is where our blessings really come from. It doesn't always come from individual effort or will or power. It comes from collective unity, harmony, and wanting to shift together. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this reading. I hope this blessed you. I hope it prepares you for whatever that mystery blessing that God has in store for you, that your elevated ancestors want to talk to you about in private. We've done the bottom of the deck one more time. This is becoming interesting. The show must go on, and we got space. And then this fell out, and I swear I didn't make it do that. And then we've got happiness. So the show must go on, because there's gonna be more things, bigger things that make you happy than where you are now. You need to understand that you're traveling, not physically, but spiritually. You're traveling to something greater. And it's going to bring this out of you. true fulfillment, true peace, true harmony, your soul tribe, authentic, genuine connections, people who see you, people who love you, people who support you, people who are able to take accountability for their actions, but also they can call you out on yours too. Just a whole new level of life is really getting ready to take off. Seriously. It will require some space with that first card. After the space, though, there's happiness. After you disconnect from the distractions, from your ego, from your pride that's in the way, after you disconnect from all of that, the blessing's right there. Matter of fact, the blessing's gonna come and you're just gonna do the work that's required to keep it. This is an unavoidable blessing that's coming to you, and it's bigger than anything you have right now. It's bigger than a lot of things that have happened in your life. I just pray that whenever it arrives, you and me are ready to receive it with open arms to do the work, open arms to be humble and to remove our ego and pride, so that we can really fulfill our purpose and heal the person or people that we're meant to heal, and share our gifts with the people that we're meant to share them with in beautiful, beautiful ways. Happy final eclipse in Aquarius. Wow, what an incredible eclipse season this has been. We're getting ready for one of the biggest breakthroughs, the biggest blessings in our lives. See y'all later.